Shalom. This is Minister Sarah Abraham Israel of the Sarah Blessing coming to you with a message of encouragement. Your enemy is furious at you. Your enemy is furious. Oh my goodness. Your enemy has done everything against you to try to hurt you, to steal from you, to lie on you, to gather people to go against you. Your enemy has done everything under the sun to try to get at you, but none of it worked. In fact, not only did it not work, all of your enemies' attacks, they're backfiring. Your enemy wanted you to quit, but you won't quit. You won't back down. You won't stop. You keep going. They knock you down. You keep getting up. You keep showing up to the fight. You keep winning. You keep blazing forward. You won't stop. You won't quit. Can't stop. Won't stop. You keep going despite every obstacle. You overcome every challenge. You won't quit. You won't stop. You keep going. That's why your enemy's mad. He's so mad at you. He's so mad. He's so mad. He don't know what to do. He can't do nothing to try to make you quit. Everything he's doing is fail. It's an epic fail on the enemy. Epic fail. There's confusion in the enemy's camp. He running around trying everything he can do to try to get at you, to try to make your mind, to try to confuse you in your mind. But instead, the enemy is in a state of confusion. The enemy can't figure out his next move because he don't know what you're about to do next, because God is blinding him from being able to surveil and watch you and monitor everything that you do. Your enemy has to back down because everything your enemy has tried against you has not worked. In fact, your enemy is so mad at you. Your enemy is so mad that none of his attacks worked against you that now he's trying to control you by telling you what to do, but it ain't working. Today, I had one of my enemies, and when I say enemies, I mean the other nations. I mean not Israel. Israel in the Bible, if you study the Bible, you will know that the nation of Israel, we are Jews, melanated people, dark-skinned people, native people. That's the nation of Israel. When I say my enemies, I'm talking about somebody outside of the nation of Israel, and certainly somebody that's not keeping the commandments. Those are my enemies. They are against us because they don't want us to win. But we already got the victory. We already know the end from the beginning. We win. That's how the story ends. It ain't over till we win. So one of my enemies was coming against me earlier today and was trying to tell me how to communicate to him in an email because he was so mad about the way that I was talking to him with all power and authority in my voice. Even though I was just typing, he could feel he was shaking and trembling just from my words, my written words in the text of my message sent to him by email. He was trembling just off that. And his reply was to try to get me to do something else other than what I was saying. Oh, they so mad. They so mad, but they can't do nothing. The only thing the enemy can do right now is annoy you. They can annoy the heck out of you. That's all they can do. That's all God will allow them to do, is just try to annoy you and distract you from doing what you're supposed to do, which is serving God and honoring God and believing in God and having faith. But you know what? We walk by faith and not by sight. That's why I'm still here. That's why the devil can't get me, because I know the end from the beginning. I know in the end I win, and everything the enemy is throwing at me is just the enemy sending more power my way. There is a power transfer going on right now. In case you don't know, I used to get mad at God because I couldn't understand why he let people attack me over and over continuously that I never did anything to. I wasn't even looking in their direction. I never saw them. I never knew them, never spoke to them, but they were attacking me. And I was like, Lord, why? Why would you let this happen to me? You know, I love you. What's up? That's how I talk to my daddy. I got to keep it real with him. And so finally, he let me see, he opened my spiritual eyes into the spiritual realm so that I could see what was happening. Because why would a loving God allow people to attack his child, his beloved, precious child? That's me. I know God lives. I know he loved him some me. That's why I'm still here, despite what everything has happened and everybody that has attacked me and what everyone has tried to do to me. I'm still here. So I know God loved me. I know that. But I couldn't figure out why he would let people attack me. Then he opened my eyes in the spiritual realm and showed me what was happening. What happened a long time ago is we used to rule the world, the Israelites, when we were keeping the commandments. Every time we stopped keeping the commandments, some of our power transferred to our enemies. That's how they were able to fight us and win and overtake us. And we went into captivity. That's what happened. It's because not serving God puts you into captivity. And it might not happen on day one. It might take a week, a month, a year, a few years. That's how it happens when you don't serve God. So now it's time to us return back to our kingdom. We're approaching the promised land. We're crossing over from the wilderness into our exodus, into our promised land. And our enemies are still chasing us like the ancient Egyptians that God took out. All the ancient Egyptians, they are already dead. God killed them. But that spirit of our enemies trying to pursue us when we're escaping, when we're exiting out of captivity, that spirit is still in the earth. So that's why I'm dealing with my enemies. So what God let me see is that every time our enemies attack us, and I mean every time, power transfers from them back to us because we are the original holders of that energy. Every time our enemies attack us, power transfers from them to us because that power belonged to us originally. It's our power that's transferring back. What God let me see in the spiritual realm is that the reason that he allows enemies to attack us is because they're transferring our rightful power, our rulership, all of our authority, all of our dominion, all of our power. That gets transferred to us every time our enemies attack us. That is the reason that God allows us to be attacked by our enemies. Because ultimately, we already know in the Bible, we win. So in order for that to happen, our enemies got to give us our wealth back that they stole from us, our possessions, our families, our spouses, everything that they took from us, every precious resource has to be returned to us. And certainly that includes our energy and our power that we had and all of our spiritual gifting and spiritual authority that comes through that power. That's all transferring back to us through our enemies coming at us and attacking us and lying on us and going against us at every turn. All they're doing is sending power back to us where it belongs. So that's what the Lord let me see. So I feel like the Lord finally let me in on that secret. And I appreciate him showing me that because now I'm able to be calm in the midst of the storm when my enemies are going against me constantly, left and right, trying to do everything they can to try to upset me and distract me, but it won't work because I'm just looking at them like they crazy because they don't know that everything they're throwing at me is about to come back to them multiplied many times over. They're about to get everything that they're throwing at me because my Father told me that he would bless those who bless me and he would curse those that cursed me. And he most certainly means that. He meant that when he said it. So I just wanted to encourage somebody today that's going through everything that they don't want to be going through. We're coming out. We're crossing over out of the land of torture into our promised land where we have peace and rest and safety and tranquility away from our enemies. And we can enjoy serving our God in a peace and prosperous place. So after a long day of battling my enemies and winning, I just wanted to send that out to you so you can feel like you're winning too. So until next time, many blessings, shalom, and be blessed.